So we had a huge storm last night, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking three giant ass trees just knocked over, and you could see all the stumps and roots and shit. Stumps and roots? I guess that's the same thing. Derp.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway, there was like power lines and shit like all over the road, and me and my dad decided we'll go drive around and check shit out, and we went along the beach, and there was logs on the road and shit, and we get a little ways out of town, and I was like, I gotta pee really bad. And he's like, hold it. And then we're like, I was like, okay, I can hold it, but we gotta go home. And we decided we'll go up to the main road, which is called Dogwood, from
Awkward.
Dogwood, and we went up that road, and it was blocked. So we had a detour around like a block around
Oh
to get
God.
back on the
You
road
have
we
to
were
like
just on.
pee.
I had to pee, so I was like, fuck. And then we got back to the road we were just on, and we started driving up the road again. And then there was another block, and I'm like, what the hell? So we detoured off that one, and then we got lost. We got lost in some neighborhood.
Oh,
And
you have to pee.
yeah, and then eventually we made it to the main road, which is called Dogwood. And we started driving down it to go back home, which would have been like 5 minutes. But as soon as we got back to the town part, the road was blocked and made us U-turn. They made us U-turn all the way back. And then my dad's like, okay, it's okay, we can go on Alder, which is like a road that runs right beside it.
Yeah.
And we finally get there, and it's like blocked, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then we started like driving around these neighborhoods trying to find like a path to get to this road. And eventually I was like, fuck it, pull over. And then I ran into the bush, and then it was like, it looked fine. The ground was normal. There was this
Ran
log.
into the bush.
Yeah, I ran into, because, well, shh. Well, it was like a forest.
Yeah. 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 I know.
I ran in there, and there was a log blocking it, like it fell over or something. So I jumped over the log, but I didn't realize it was a swamp. So when I
Oh.
jumped over, I landed in the freaking swamp, and it went all the way up to my, like, up my shin, and my shoes were stuck. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck, I gotta pee. And I went to pull my foot out, and my shoe got stuck, and I was like, fuck it. So I started running on barefoot behind a tree. And then I peed, and I was like, oh man. And then I didn't even care anymore. And then I started walking back, and I was like, fucking shoe. And I tried to grab it, and as I got the shoe out, my other shoe got stuck. So eventually, I came running out of the bush with like mud up to my knees. And my dad's like, what the hell did you do? I thought you were just going for a pee. And then I was like, my shoes got stuck. It was a swamp. And he was laughing, and I was like muddy as hell. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. We can go home without worrying. And it still took us forever to get home because we couldn't find a freaking road that actually led home. And he wanted to go like a quick way, which was stupid. But yeah, I rather get muddy than pee on myself. I like was covered in mud, and I was like, it's okay, it's just mud. There's no pee. That was my main concern, was peeing on myself or peeing in my pants, because it was
Okay.
windy. It's like you had to find a right spot too, so
It
the
wasn't
wind
rainy
wouldn't.
though, right? 'Cause
No.
You would have been screwed.
Yeah. It was horrible, but it was interesting. Oh, and then the worst part is when I got stuck in the mud, and I was trying to pull my shoes out, I freaking grabbed a prickle tree thing because I was about to fall over. So I went to grab something, and it was all full of prickles and shit. So like I had all these little things sticking out of my hand, and that freaking
Wow.
hurt. Yeah, it was horrible. But it was interesting. And then I
Why-
came home
why-
and I just went in hibernation mode. I was like, nope. No power. No life.
Basically what I did when there was no power
Just
or
hibernate.
no internet. Well, no. The power was out.
Yeah.
So, I woke up and the power went out and I was like, go back to sleep.
It's exactly. Well, oh, and fucking the power being out screwed up everything. Everything. Because I had my alarm set and I was going to work on a website all day. to get it done.
That sucks.
And I woke up and I was like, the alarm didn't go off. Go back to
Yeah, I
bed.
noticed you were offline on everything, and I was just
Yeah.
like,
I'm never
something
offline.
happened. Yeah, I
Never.
know.
But yeah, like I
Something
woke up.
happened.
I woke up and I was like, alarm didn't go off yet. Back to sleep. And I woke up again. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is the alarm not going off? Oh well, back to sleep. And then I think like 4 wake ups later, I'm like, okay, what the hell is wrong with my alarm? And I looked at it and it was like 1 p.m. I was like, what the fuck? I wanted to
That's
wake up at
funny.
like 9 a.m. And then I went to the bathroom, and it took me like 5 minutes to realize the power was out.
Just turning on the light thing.
I didn't even turn it. I turned it on, and I'm
No,
like
it'd
thinking
be
it's
funny if you
burnt.
turned it on and you didn't even notice it didn't turn on. You just did whatever.
Well, I didn't even remember. I was like in the bathroom, and I went to flick the switch, and I don't know. In my head, I probably thought it burnt or something. I didn't care. And then I go downstairs and I realize it is cold here. And then,
Wow.
yeah, everybody was awake and I wasn't. I was like, where'd the power go? And then my dad, I went for a nap and I just woke up like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago and the power was still out. I go downstairs and my dad's like, oh yeah, the power's not going to be back till 6 p.m. tomorrow. And I was like, are you serious? I didn't even know what to think. I'm like, is he just trolling me?
Is he just joking?
And then I sat down in the chair, and like 5 minutes after that, the power went on. I was like, "You such a liar!" And he's like, "But the radio said." I'm like, "You lie." And then I came here and told you the story.
That's funny.
Yep. And I ate chicken.